Good morning. My name is Sam Perlex Carlson of SpawnRoom.com, and this is another episode of Behind the Play. It's currently 7 in the morning, and I'm drinking some coffee, and I thought I will do another Behind the Play episode for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, just because so far that's been my favorite to do match analysis for. I've done TF2 and Quake Live and League of Legends, and I got some other games I want to do, but so far CSGO has been the most fun. I don't know why. I guess maybe because I've been playing it a lot more recently with friends and stuff. But this is another match that I played with my friends. I'm just gonna talk through what we were thinking or what I was thinking. Point out some mistakes we made. Yeah, more or less that kind of stuff. This game is actually from a while ago too, so I'm actually not probably gonna remember everything. So it'll be kind of maybe a surprise for me here and there. I don't know. We'll see. So, alright. I can switch over to the game. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it's on train. It's, as usual, it is already, like, it's three rounds in their favor, one in ours. Because I always forget to hit the record button at the beginning of matches. I'm too focused on, I don't know, just getting into the game, and we're talking on Mumble and all that stuff, and I was just forgetting to hit record. So anyway, at the beginning of this match, you might be going like, what is going on? Why, like, I delayed right there, and then my teammate is doing nothing. That's because we were like, okay, let's go B for this, and then he was like on the phone or something, and he ran off with the bomb towards A plant here. So we were all like, what's going on, Nate? Yeah, so that's why it was a little bit weird. As you can see, I'm playing pretty noob right there. Like, I didn't have my gun out. I reloaded while I was running forward, and I didn't know if there were enemies there. That's a little mistake. I did manage to get the kill on there, but not before Nate died. The other guy got me. I shouldn't have had grenades out, and I should have reloaded in the hall. Just to play it safe. Like, I could have definitely got picked off earlier there before I even got that first kill. But we do manage to clean up the round, which is good because we really need it. We were already in a deficit, obviously, for it being 3-1. And I think we're gonna be able to, yeah, I think we should all be able to do full buy, so that'll help a lot, rebalancing the scales. Usually what I do here is I have my like, I always buy smoke grenades, and I have my team rush A, and I always delay and toss a smoke in there, or I toss a smoke down long A or something, just basically to add a little confusion to the enemy team. And then I always end up sitting back and watching our back, because if I don't do it, no one will. Last time I didn't watch our back, no one else did, and guys came running up the ladder like that and ended up killing us. And a lot of times, like, I'd say when I watch our back like this, I would, like, 1 in 5 rounds or something, someone will actually come down the hallway, which I just looked down. So you got to keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, make sure you always have at least one guy watching your back, because I mean, it seems like there's almost always one guy coming up the ladder at least. So as you can see, our pro strat. That was risky right there. A better opper probably would have got that pick, but fortunately I was able to get him. This is one response like our team does a lot, and I think it's because we're all like, oh, we gotta get kills, man, gotta get the score. We do not all need to respond. When I shoot that guy right there, my teammates kind of like run in that direction, but they don't need to. There's only one guy. I got the kill. Stay in your original positioning, like, you know, create like a triangle in there with the 3 of us or something, so we have good coverage of lots of angles. Don't rush up and be like, try and, you know, be like a kill or a score whore or whatever. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Just because like that, like the enemy ended up being in the furthest away from us, so now we have to come to him, kinda. But we did manage to win the round now, so that's great. And that CT was kind of noob. He just like ran by without checking. So it's nice to have a split though, because like he must have expected that all 5 of us rushed the normal like short A train entrance. So now it's just up to me. 1v1. Man, and I do not know how those didn't hit. Because I wasn't like spraying, that was a burst shots, and I can't believe none of those hit. It's ridiculous. Also do if you have a chance like that, plant the bomb, you get a bonus of, as you saw right there, of $300 for like every one of your team members. So as you can see, we're obviously an amateur team that's just kind of we don't have the best coordination, but I don't know, we do things kind of back and forth. Like, we'll do some things well, and then we'll make some pretty big blunders in other rounds, and we still don't have the movement and the positioning that I'd like. Like, there's a lot of times where it's just like our positioning it's hectic, like chaotic, or whatever you want to call it. We just don't have I don't know, it doesn't feel optimal. That guy was a lot faster to respond this time. So I definitely have called this out on Mumble. My teammates should be very aware that these guys are coming. And you can tell they are, because Puma's got an op on him. And I'm pretty sure I'm telling him right here that there were 2, because I think he was tempted to look away, because there's some fire going down. So hopefully he can get this. I don't really remember what happens. Oh, I do not like this movement right there. He should not be doing that kind of stuff. You don't run forward with grenades like that. Like, that he was completely exposed and vulnerable when you do stuff like that. It's dumb. It'd be preferable too if he just stay in that corner with the op, because it doesn't matter if you get the kill. All you're doing is suppressing him. He probably, you know, is freaking out because he can't move down that direction without worrying about getting single shotted by an op. That's your advantage. It's not necessarily that you get the kill or do damage on him. It's that you suppress him with that weapon. Oh no! Wow. That guy definitely should have killed me. I don't know what I remember sitting there and I was thinking, like, do I actually plant? Because we had no control of the train yard. I don't know, like, what the good strategy there is. Is it just better to risk it? I mean, I died anyway, so maybe it is better to just risk it and plant? Or is it better to just hold off on planting and, I don't know why I did that. Hold off on planting and try and look for kills. I mean, I guess it's just a judgment call, depending on how close you think everyone is. Ah, Puma! Stop doing this. I hate when he runs around without his gun out. It's super risky. Oh, the reason he ran to spawn was because their team said there was an AFKer, and we believed them. Because I think they were trying to, like, kick him or something. But he wasn't actually AFK, so I don't know if they were just messing with us or not. So as you can see, we've managed to pull ahead now after a 2-round deficit. So it's 3-6. We're looking pretty solid. So I'm going to do what I did before, and I usually just do this because it's close. Toss a smoke somewhere down the line, just so they think that there's going to be a short A rush coming, or just confuse them a little bit. Ideally, too, one of my teammates would have been temporarily watching ladder, probably, because that was a long enough delay on my part that if someone could have rushed ladder and came up, potentially. Tossing that grenade was a little bit risky on my part because someone actually could have came up behind me from the other. They could have came up from the stairs there and looped into the other room. So I should probably be checking behind me right now a little bit more, but I think because I'm trying to listen for someone, I haven't heard anyone. That would have been called out on Mumble, so that's why Gerb was quick to respond on that. So for the most part, our communication is all right, and I think our positioning in bomb site B is generally pretty good if there's a decent amount of us alive. Whereas certain maps we have really bad positioning once we plant that we're still trying to figure out. And I was just looking for a pick there out from like short A or from their spawn. So we're able to still do full buys. That's great. I'm probably bitching at our bomb carrier right now to get his ass back here, because I always tell our bomb carrier not to do stuff like that. Do not run out because you put the bomb in a super dangerous position. So as you can see, our team did something that, again, is a mistake, and we do it so many freaking times, is the moment we got in that firefight, our entire team rotated to that one position. Not smart. We, only rotate to that position if your teammate dies, and only one of you really needs to go. So yeah, I mean, I just, that always bothers me, because it's like the only reason it seems like people do it is because they're looking for score, they're looking for kills, and that's super greedy way to play. That's not, I mean, it's just not very good. So we have to stop doing that. And as you can see, there's some like a breakdown on their team going on right now because they're trying to kick players and it's not working. And so same thing again. Puma rushes in for the bomb site, which I mean it's okay, but like if he dies, the bomb can potentially be put in a really bad position. So like ideally someone else would lead. You know, the bomb carrier would be the second person in, and I would be in front of him. Basically just to verify that if someone's gonna die, it should be me, and then you can turn around and run back, rather than the bomb get dropped in a bad position. So let's see how this works out. So it's just Puma. Oh god, he's playing pretty aggressive without checking corners and stuff. That's pretty awesome though. He got the knife kill, and I think it might be too late for the CT, maybe? Yep, nice. So that was, I mean, it was a risky play, but it's kind of one of those fun plays. I mean, we're up 6 rounds, so okay, that's fine. Let's, have some fun, go for the knife kill and stuff like that. But you probably wouldn't want to do that if it was like, 3-3 or you were down some rounds. But it's pretty epic. So same as before, another B rush. Again, with these grenade tosses, it's so hard to watch all those angles, you know. To get a grenade down there, there's someone could easily come up behind me. So I think it's, yep, everyone's down in bomb site B. So it's just down to me to try and hold it. Oh my god. No bullets left. That sucks. It looks like he was, he wanted, I don't know if that was the same guy, maybe he wanted vengeance for the last knife kill. Does he not have a defuse kit or not have enough time maybe? So we're still going to win the round anyway, which is kind of weird because I think he could have probably leapt off and defused if he had a kit. But yeah, in terms of getting killed there, I don't think there was really anything I could do. There probably wasn't enough time to reload, and I think like I was trying to switch to my pistol, but there just wasn't enough time. He came around the corner right away. What a bastard. One strat we haven't done here, and one that I really hate when we do it, is when we all go long A there, and it never works out for us because we all get clumped up in the little hallway there, and every time and we end up getting killed, or we end up losing a lot of guys. So anyway, I'm bitching right now. I'm saying go go go, you gotta get in there like immediately. There's someone defusing. And had he continued to defuse, he probably would have defused it already. I mean, if they have a kit at least, but I guess it won't really matter just because they're able to kill us. So the CTs have finally taken a round off of us. We had 9 straight round wins, and they just got one now. So I think they should be able to buy this round, maybe. Or, well, they bought last round, so I'm not really sure what their money situation is going to be. Got one straggler behind us. So their entire team must have went A or something, because there were no shots fired at B for a long time. He just like flashed himself. So I think like I'm tempted to go down the ladder right now, but I don't know, that would probably be suicidal. I can't remember if I do it or not. Nope. Alright, so now we're going to switch sides to the CT side. And if I remember right, I feel like this game actually balanced out in terms of score, but I can't remember if that was this one or not. It might if the terrorists have an advantage on their side. I mean, if they went 9 straight wins in a row, they'd, obviously be well ahead of us.
Deploying decoy.
But I think they have enough, I think they're fighting enough within their team that they're probably, like, losing partially because of that. And actually, I think I might have just flashed my teammate on accident. That's definitely one of our weaknesses we still have yet to fix. And I know I've mentioned this in other match analysis videos, and this is actually from the same times as a couple other previous match analysis. So we haven't actually gotten together and worked on some of these things, but our positioning tends to move around, so it's like a little bit surprising like I'll whip a flashbang because there should only be enemies there, because normally my teammates are never there, but then for whatever reason they happen to run up that time without saying anything. So it's like I whip the grenade, I look at the compass or the minimap, and I go, oh shit, there was a teammate there. So that does happen. So that's just a miscommunication error. At the end of the round there, I got killed when I turned around and looked through the doorway. That's because my teammates didn't say anything. They said, bomb site B. That's all they said. They didn't say, we're dead at bomb site B, or they're in the train yard, they're on the trains. I didn't get any communication besides bomb site B. So when I turned around, I was like completely shocked that they were right there. I just assumed that one of my teammates was still alive unless they had said anything. So that's something we need to work on for sure. And we're actually doing a pretty decent hold with just pistols here. And we're actually going to get the bomb dropped. So this is awesome. Had that not been the last guy, always remember to immediately move to that bomb, because you have such a huge advantage just camping it. Don't bother hunting down the last guy, just camp it. Because it's going to be... I mean, there were like 3 of us, so it'd be like virtually impossible for one guy to just run in and grab the bomb from us and get the 3 kills. As you can see too, our positioning, again, like this is what I'm talking about, where it changes up. Like some people will suddenly not go the same way as before, and it causes... I mean, like, we play like these classic competitive matches because we want the competitive feel, but at the same time we're not like so hardcore that we're willing to sacrifice fun. So like we do mix it up a little bit, just to keep it interesting. I guess you can get away with that if you just have better communication, like just vocalize where you want to swap to, because I guess it's not really that big of a deal at this point, besides maybe an opper. I have no idea why I threw that grenade there. Someone must have said there was one B or something that got hit, maybe. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Damn. So let's see what our positioning is.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, cool. So it's going to be the same this time. So I'm basically I was just looking for feet there just to see if anyone's going to come out in yard. I'm not super interested in getting kills in that position necessarily. I'm just looking for intel. But my teammate would have called B right already. That's why I moved back. So I'm just looking for trying to get in a good position that feels safe and I can get kills on. And we had someone call one behind. And I think, yeah, one in CT spawn, if I remember right. Or I think someone called CT spawn or something. And he might just run. I'm not sure if he's actually going to attempt to go for a plant or something. And actually, he must have rotated A here to go with the plant, because I don't think we've seen the bomb yet, so it actually got down to a 1v1 here. Was that with a pistol? He was able to Glock down 2 people. That's pretty good. Oh, and he managed to pick up someone's op. That's unfortunate. So if one of my teammates knew that would have been a nice piece of communication to get me. Because if I would have known that he had an op, maybe that's an assumption that as a player I should be making. Like, he's killed a couple of my guys, he's going to pick up their weapons. So I shouldn't expect him to have a Glock anymore. But I guess, there's like generally a 1 in 5 chance he'll have the op. If he's killed my teammates. Although I guess that's not really true either, because it depends who he kills, but it would have been nice if there would have been a little bit of intel, basically. Because I definitely would have not peeked out. And in fact, I probably should have just crouched by the bomb and just been completely quiet. The only problem is we don't really know if he's going to go A or if he's going to go B. That's the problem. But when it's a 1v1, it might not actually matter too much because say he plants B, there's still enough entrances to the B side that he can't watch them all at once. So I even if he does plant B, I should still be able to run in there. But the problem is that, you know, he knows where I am kind of because of sound, and then he's got an op, so it just makes it tough. So bombs down, that's great. We got an advantage that way. And oh, he's gonna get picked off. That sucks. Yeah, I mean that's. I guess that's just one of the risks of of running around in the train yards. I mean, alternatively, he could have. I mean, he could have went up ladder. Maybe that would have given him the above ground advantage. He can look down with the auto sniper, but then, you know, that still puts him in a bad position. I mean, when you have the op like that, I mean, they can just depends who sees each other first, maybe. Or he could have maybe just sat back again and just did nothing for a bit.
Throwing grenade.
Ooh, that was risky. So that guy must have been injured from the HE grenade there, because he died pretty quickly from the Bison.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice, so that worked out pretty well for us. We were able to, me and the, I think it was Gerb probably, were able to basically suppress him in that corridor, and our teammates were able to come up behind him, so that worked out pretty well.
Move out.
So pretty basic, you know, reaction to it, but successful.
Throwing smoke.
So that smoke will hopefully, like if they do decide to go B again, the smoke is designed just to kind of delay them, make them nervous about coming out that entrance. This is actually kind of weird that my teammates actually didn't respond to this like they normally would. Like I ran up right now to
Fire in the hole.
I ran up to try and help out with the fight. Because it seemed like, I mean, if the bomb carrier's there, you can assume that a majority of the players are also there. That's actually very bizarre that my teammates, like, saw that, and then they kind of just turned away. I'm not really sure. In fact, I think if I remember right, I think I kind of bitched at them for that, or said something, because it was really confusing. Like, why is no one here? There's, like, 3 of you went short A, or not short A, they went like CT spawn to the right there, whatever that's called. 3 of them went that way. Where were they? Like, if the bomb's there, there's probably multiple players, so there should have been at least one other player that was watching that, whipping grenades, shooting down the corridor there. Very strange.
Push, push, push.
Honestly, I don't know what the decision making behind that was. That should have been a win for us. The fact that they were all in that corridor, like when we do that as a team, that's generally like we take a ton of damage and multiple people die, because it's so easy to just whip grenades in there, do a ton of damage, blast down the like down the hallway and hit multiple guys with your spray. I mean, oh man, that's just like frustrating. Because it should definitely be 15-7 right now because of that. So as you can see, the bomb appears to be down in A. Since I have a pistol, there we go. So now I got an 8. Oh, that was dumb of me. I remember that too, because I remember I think Gerb which is the guy right here with M4, knew that there was a guy, and he just started saying something. Like, he was watching me run up, grab the gun, and start descending the ladder, and he was like, no! But it was too late. So now it's a 1v1. And I honestly don't remember what happens. Nice, he manages to get the kill, so that's great. Yeah, that was probably... Once I pick up, like, if I just have the pistol and I'm kind of like fodder because I can't do much, that'd be one thing. But the fact that I pick up the AK, I should have played more, I shouldn't have been so aggressive. I just kind of like, was like, "Rah!" and like went aggro down that ladder. That was stupid. So let's see. As you can see, our positions have switched up again.
Smoke.
Looks like it's going to be an A-yard rush. So I'm probably just going to watch these doors for a bit. Since I have the Bison, I need to focus on something that's a bit nearer to myself, preferably. And I think, like, I've gotten some feedback now from Reddit and stuff about the Bison and SMGs and things, and I guess, like, people are saying, well, it's maybe confusing, because, like, when I watch pro matches and stuff, they do buy Bisons and stuff like that, but I guess it's more planned out, you know, it's, you have to strategically place your weapons, so, like, if we can't all buy, but we can afford a Bison, we need to make sure that the riflers are, like, they're in coordinated positions that are, like, more strategic, and people with Bisons and stuff were at the front lines kind of like trying to deal as much damage as we can to weaken the enemies, not necessarily even kill them, just weaken them so that when they get to the riflers or we bait them into the rifles, the riflers can get easy kills on them. So,
Throwing smoke.
but apparently that's only supposed to happen here and there. So, and as you can see, I've already bought multiple Bisons already, and I guess that's kind of a mistake, so I think I'm going to actually start switching that up and just, I guess, buying less grenades maybe and buying rifles, because usually that's the trade-off, is I can have a full set of grenades, and like the way I play is more of like a support, like almost like a utility support kind of a role, where I'm like doing things to try and disorient the enemy, get behind them like this, drop lots of grenades to flash them or smoke them or delays and things like that. But maybe it would be better if I just buy rifles. If I just buy rifles and less grenades. So yeah, that's the match. Obviously went pretty well for us, 16-9. Of course, we shouldn't congratulate ourselves too much because we did make a number of errors, and the other team, you know, they were arguing, so they weren't necessarily like playing their best probably. But yeah, I mean, if you watch my previous Behind the Plays analyzing our matches, our amateur matches like this, I mean, this is from the same set, so it's basically the same skill level. I'm really interested in the next matches that I'll be recording and uploading for match analysis, because I think we're going to try and you know, make some of these changes that I've been mentioning, addressing, like, you know, I don't know, just positioning, not all rotating to a single enemy and leaving a bunch of areas exposed, just things like that. So hopefully these help. Hopefully you got some tips that will be helpful, and yeah, thanks for watching as always. Consider subscribing. Rating, all that sort of stuff helps with people discovering the videos and things like that. So thanks, see you next time.